G Granddaddy 3. So I can try to explain it in terms of like that particular kit, but generally for like Gundam models, they're broken down into grades. They're broken down into different grades, and the grade tells you, for one thing, it tells you the scale, but it also tells you the level of complexity. So the main ones are high grade, real grade, master grade, and perfect grade. But more recently, they've been making what are called entry grade kits. But to start, high grade is 1/144th scale, and they're some of the more like the simplest kits, but they're also the cheapest because they have fewer pieces and plastic overall. But with fewer pieces means less detail generally. Then I think it would make sense to move up to the master grade line, which is 1/100th scale. So they're bigger, and they have like much more complex pieces and just more pieces in general. So they're more expensive, and I don't know if that makes them more fun to build because there's some bad ones, like they're just old and like they don't fit together well, or like in the case of the Zeta that the snowman was building, it had like a transforming gimmick that affected the structural integrity, and it was just not an enjoyable kit to put together because it's just needlessly complex but also like loose. Then there's the perfect grade, which is like technically the highest level. They're at 1/60th scale and have a lot of pieces and take a long time to build, but they're also like the ones that include the most detail and like gimmicks, as far as like they have like hatches that open up, and just like moving parts that like are interlocking, like pistons that are more realistic than smaller kits. Then there's also the real grade line, which is the same size as high grade, so 1/144th scale, but they're the same like complexity as a master grade, just small. So they have the benefit of being really complex, and like if you enjoy that but you want something smaller, then that is a good option. It's just harder to build because the pieces are so small. And then the entry grade is below high grade, and those have even fewer pieces than high grade, but they're made for anyone who's starting. So what you can do is like just buy the kit, and you don't even need tools. It just like snaps off. It's designed to like be done by hand. But those are like $10.